Hello, everyone, and I would like to welcome Sophie Lagouanelle to our Fintech Garden community. So today we're shooting at Sibos 2025, and we're exploring what is happening here. And today we have someone from Lexis Nexis, and for me it's a pleasure to have the questions and have your overview of the financial industry, which is happening right now, right here. And the really first question: what brings you to the conference?
Well, it's my pleasure to be with you. What brings me to the conference is a rare opportunity to hear what's going on in the industry, meet key clients, being able to also share what we do in terms of innovation.
And what do you think the industry have nailed or done the good way this year, like the banking industry?
I think the banking industry is doing better automation, I would say, overall,
Yeah.
and leveraging technology instead of thinking that they leverage technology, so being a bit more pragmatic. I see that certain topics that were talked about last year, now it's about implementing them, which is very nice.
Yeah, so the banking industry, I think, switching more into the execution. So before that, I had an impression that everyone is kind of planning what is the next way, and Bitcoin or the blockchain was already past due, and then we see that AI and ramping, and it helps to actually to script the execution and start doing the things, which drives me to the question about the AI, data governance, and actually the usage of those data in business processes. So one of the key challenge is that with AI agentic information is it biased in how it's used? Do you see that the banks they're good with the unbiased the information and business processes while implementing the AI approach?
It's a great point. And actually, last year at Sibos, I was moderating a panel about AI, and it was about, is AI okay in compliance?
Yeah.
So I guess now we're really into action of how is AI okay in compliance? And I think that interestingly, if you just use AI to do more of what the people do the same way, it will be as biased as your own people are.
Yeah.
So for example, in operations, if you operate kind of with the typical manual or the typical behaviors, just replicating what people do, then in the end, you are going to be as biased as your people were. I think where AI can make a difference, it's about have a second layer, looking beyond your people and try to use other signals to make good decisions, which can kind of counter bias if used in a refined way.
And it drives me to the board. I have a question because usually for proper setup in the AI process within the company, you need to have a really good chunk of information, well categorized, well defined how actually it works. And this data, I don't know, simple example with the cat. If we would like to train AI model to say, is it the cat on our registration documents? It might take you a million of the cat pictures and million non-cats. So how do you think, or what are the key points for organizations to make sure that the AI and data ready for those trainings?
For the way we use it, we try to find the right AI for the right use case. For example, we've just acquired a great company, actually a startup, which is called IDverse. And their specialty is about document authentication.
Oh, nice.
So they're good to see, as part of the onboarding process of a client, you need to give photo of your passport. When you give a photo of your passport, is that a real photo of a real passport? And using the data set, like you said, the right data set to be able to determine, whether that passport is real or has been made by an AI requires a particular eye. So I think what we're trying to do is not use AI for AI's sake, just to check the box because it's cool, which we actually all need to do now. It's using the right AI for the right use case. That has been really useful in actually fixing problems rather than thinking we fix problems.
I think that's quite insightful because a lot of people fall into the trends rather than practical approach. And it's really great to hear that you're using that. And maybe the last question for today, what are the challenges that financial industry and banks particularly will face the next year? What do you think it's going to be?
I think it's the speed.
Yeah.
For me personally, it's the speed. So it's managing higher volumes. Now, with instant speeds, how do you reconcile, being good at what you do, especially in our area, sanction screening?
Yeah.
It's absolutely fundamental that you get it right. How do you get it right at higher volumes, at the speed of instant? That's a big challenge, but we're excited to help.
I think that's the biggest issue, and I'm running actually the company which is called Dash Devs, and one of the reasons to make it Dash because a lot of people are missing this point that the correct things done not in correct time is the wrong thing.